We've already got some people here. I've got my microphone. I don't know if it's working, but hopefully it's a little louder. Who do we have here? So, oh, Julie's here. Thank you for being here. Yeah, let me know if it sounds any better with the microphone or if I'm just fooling myself. And Jeff, oh my goodness, Jeff. Straight talking. So good to see you. It's just an illusion. It's okay. We can deal with illusions. So, hurry up, Pam. We don't have all day. So, I was planning to be outside. That's why I took a picture late last night. I looked really rough in that picture, but it was right about here. And I wanted to be outside. I guess I could still be. It was raining just a moment ago. And my neighbor was mowing his lawn. I have this neighbor. He's about 90 years old and he has a ride-on mower, and he is out there like if one little dandelion pops up over the grass, he's out there. So he was out there at 9 this morning mowing. It sounds brilliant. Oh, good to see you too. I know I can't really see. Oh, and Amber's here. Awesome. Good. Well, thank you for telling me that. So anyway, I'm trying to decide whether I should just sit outside here or inside, because it was really loud just a moment ago outside. Good. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I had kind of resisted getting a microphone and stuff. I tend to resist doing the things that I should do. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for permission or something like that. So I just went back in to get my coffee, and I'll try sitting outside. I mean, it's a really wet day, but it's gorgeous out. Magpies, blue jays are screaming at each other. Looks like it's still cool. Yeah, it's really gray. It's been raining here pretty steady. Actually, a lot of areas in Alberta have been flooding, especially to the south and to the east of us. So just slightly to the east of us is the capital city of Edmonton, and they've had a bunch of flooding. And then in the south, Calgary and Cochrane, anywhere where there's a big river flowing through, lots of flooding. So, um, but yeah, garbage day. There's my garbage can. I gotta go get that. Anyway, I will try and get myself settled here. Oh, oh, you know what I just realized? Suddenly, guess what I just realized? The chair is wet. Let me see. Oh, it's not too bad. I can cope. I can cope with it. Relatable. Yeah. Our heat wave here in England has ended now. Thank goodness. It's been wet the last couple of days, still warm though. Yeah, I'd seen that in the UK there was um, a big heat wave. And I know what that's like when you're, especially if it's earlier in the spring, right? Or summer and you're not really used to it. It can be, um, yeah, I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to hot weather, I have to be honest. I kind of um, hide when I know it's going to be hot. And I think it partly has to do with, uh, I remember a long time ago when I had my son and we were living in Abbotsford, BC, and it was like 36 degrees. It was very, very hot. So I guess I think that would be maybe in the 80s or 90s Fahrenheit. I can't quite remember. But I had my son, and it never cooled down at night. At night, it would just be absolutely hot. Like it didn't, you know how usually in the evening it cools? And I was just so hot, and I was trying to feed him. And I just remember this nightmare. Oh, Jen's here. Good to see you. Oh, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm glad your heat wave has ended there. Yeah, life with Gen X values. That's Gen. Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, because you're from the UK, aren't you, Jen? So heat plus no AC, and we don't have AC here in Alberta. Almost no one does. A few people do, but it's very rare because um, we just don't get like we might get a hot wave, like a heat wave for a while, but it's not very often. It's really loud out here with the crows. I don't know what the dealio is here in this tree, in this big tree. We have a war going on. There's blue jay and crows. What are they doing? Sorry. I thought you might want to see what all the noise was about. They're having a battle over there. I wonder if there's a nest or something, and they're really fighting it out. It's one brave blue jay and a bunch of crows. Hey Mike, it's so good to see you, Amber. I can't remember if I said hi to you or not yet. Yeah, barely anyone has AC unless they need to. I think people are getting it more and more because it does seem like the heat waves are hotter and they're lasting longer in general. So it's really warm there in Ontario. Going for a swim, that's awesome. I think that's great that you swim. I always admire people who do things that I find really difficult to do. I'm not a swimmer. I took all the swimming lessons, but I'm kind of like swim like a rock. I'm not terribly good at it, even though I went all the way up to what is it called, life saving something. Yesterday I saw carp going wild in the Delaware River. Wow, that's so neat, Julie. Julie went kayaking yesterday, right? Yesterday morning. Okay, I'm gonna have to go inside, you guys. This is like, I don't know what it's like. How would you describe it? It's like Black Friday um, shopping, you know? Oh, one just went over my head. Now they're gonna start attacking me. But yeah, Julie went kayaking, and it sounds like it was just such a good time, such a wonderful time. I don't think I've ever kayaked. I'm really claustrophobic. I've done a lot of canoeing, but I'm really claustrophobic, and I'm scared that I would freak out, like just from being sort of tucked inside something. That's what I'm worried that I would panic. But it sounds like it wasn't like that at all, Julie. It sounds like it was absolutely lovely. Welcome. No, not California. I wish I was in California sometimes. In Alberta, Canada. Yeah, and you saw carp, and I believe they were shad. I'm not sure what that means. You have to explain that to us. I learned that one doesn't have to be tucked in. LOL, thank goodness. Okay, so it's not that. It's not that claustrophobic. Oh man. Well, I didn't really, I mean, I have a lot of topics. I just wanted to be real today. Not that I'm not always real, but I wanted to just kind of say what's been going on. Um, and see if you had any questions, anything you want to talk about, just fire away and we'll talk about it. Oh, American shad is another fish. Okay, that's so cool. That's really neat. So my life lately has been I'm putting on a brave face, but it's actually been pretty tough. I've been in a lot of pain. Um, my lower back, my hip area, something's wrong. So it's been keeping me from sleeping. That's been hard. We had music practice last night. I cut my thumb. I cut my thumb really bad when I was showing my son how to make a casserole. And I was just going to quickly show him like how to cut the carrots, uh, whatever, or whatever we were cutting, celery, something. And I'm so glad that, he's interested in learning how to cook. And so I'm like, as a good mom, I'm going to take this opportunity. You're here right now. We're going to learn to cook. Well, I cut my thumb so bad. Did I deal with it properly? No. I was just, I think my blood sugar was low. My brain was foggy. And I just quickly wrapped it up and kept going. So my point was music practice, you really need to use the side of your thumb a lot when you're playing the piano. And I couldn't really do it. And so I don't know how I'm going to do on Sunday. It could be a hot mess. But it was fun. My little nephew, oh, he's not little anymore. He is 17 now, and he's a drummer. He's a really, really good drummer, and he's been wanting to play with us for a while. So we were able to get him there last night to play drums, and it was great. It was wild. He's actually on the autism spectrum, and has a lot of challenges. But man, he's a great guy, and he's such a good drummer. It's just phenomenal. I'm so sorry that you've been in pain, Pam. Oh, your thumb. Yeah, thank you for. So, I mean, that doesn't sound like a really big problem. It's just like there's been a whole bunch of things piling up. And so those physical things were just like the icing, icing on the cake of things I've been dealing with. And but I am super looking forward to my daughter. She's coming. Just she's coming to Alberta for a wedding she's in to the south of us, and then her and her boyfriend are coming to see us. So I am just kind of like, I need some energy. That's the other thing that's been happening is I'm totally exhausted. I have like, I don't know, I do something, I go to the store, get groceries, and then I come home and I'm just absolutely flattened. It's like I just ran a half marathon or something. So I think it's probably just the stage of life I'm in. I don't know. Um, and then I learned yesterday that a good friend of mine, she's been in the hospital and she has cancer. Um, and I know, Jeff, you've been dealing with that. And I think it's just, I think it was like I got the text while I was in the store. Oh, yeah, your pain stopping you sleeping. You know the feeling. Thanks for saying that, Jeff. Yes, the sequential nature makes things more challenging. Yes, it does, Julie. Yeah, my daughter's coming to visit. Yay. So I guess I'm worried. I think what my main worry is right now is that I'm really low on my capacity, but I have so many things to do. We have a fairly big lot in this town. It's just we kind of live in the outskirts of the town in this area called I'm not going to say what it's called, but but we live. It's kind of like the Wild West. When they first made the lots, they didn't really have like a plan, so a lot of the lots are odd shaped and they're really big, and I have done all the mowing pretty much, and weed eating and stuff. And I don't mind doing things like that, but it's just been debilitating. Like when I'm finished mowing, I'm in so much pain. So I'm excited about them coming, but I'm also a bit like, am I going to have the capacity to clean and get everything ready like I need to? And I know I will. And Dylan just says, you just need to live your life. Just live life and quit worrying about everything. Have you had blood work done recently, Pam? Um, Thanks for asking, Jen. I know you are a medical professional, and I do get like my A1C. When I get that panel done, I usually get a lot of blood work done, whatever they want to do. Um, so I think I've been knowing that I need to go to the doctor, but I really hate going to the doctor, and I know it's a privilege. So I'm sorry, I'm just riffing here. I know it's a privilege that I get to go to the doctor. It's now raining on me. I might have to go inside. But I think it's like my worst fear is going to the doctor and finding out that something's wrong. And I know that's selfish. So you go ahead and yell at me about that because I probably need it. Worry alone can sap our energy. Yeah, it's true. Oh, the vehicles are so loud here, some of them. I live close to the highway, and I'm going to go inside here. And right where we live is where like people speed up to head out of town. And anyway, so that's why it's so loud, because a lot of big trucks are on this. It's a main highway that goes through our province. And oh, it's dark in here. I might have to turn on the light. Ooh. I think it's light enough. Anyway, sorry about this. It's kind of a hot mess of a live stream. I'm bumping you all over the place. At least I'm not dropping you on your head like I did that time when I was when I was on the road, and I dropped the phone, and everybody was like, "Ouch!" Jeff says it sure can, Jen. I'm an expert at worrying, unfortunately. Yeah, it does seem like a lot of us struggle with that, with worry and anxiety, and it's one of those things I thought would actually get better as I got older. I thought, okay, I've dealt with so many things in my life, and I realized it's actually oddly it's worse. My anxiety, um, I started having panic attacks in my mid 30s. I think just due to stress, and I was doing so many things. Um, and then since then, I've noticed sort of an uptick in those feelings. If I have to go to the doctor, if I have to go to the dentist, I used to just take all that in stride. It was like, whatever, this is nothing, give me a real challenge. And now, um, just little things that never ever used to bother me. Like driving, I'm a really good driver. I've taught a lot of people how to drive. I mean, sorry, I'm like tooting my own horn here, but um, and now when I'm on a long road trip, uh, I get a little nervous about driving, and like, what the heck? What the heck is wrong with me? Oh, Lauren's here. Hi, honey. Oh my goodness. Alberta, Canada. That's where I'm from. Jen says that's why we make YouTube videos, to raise our spirits and others. Yeah, it does. It does really help. Um, Look at the calendar behind me. That's my daughter's boyfriend took all those pictures. So I'm highlighting it. I was outside, but it started pouring rain on me, and I was like, I don't know how long I can pretend that I'm not soaking wet out here. Sorry about the slurp there. You don't like going to the doctor, Mike? Jen says, I get not wanting to go to the doctor's office. Maybe just make an appointment to get a blood work rec only, in and out in 5 minutes. If you tell them you have low energy, I'm going to like those tests. Yeah, I think you're right, Jen. I will look back um, at my levels and see if there's something I've missed. I think I don't know what the problem is, but I am generally like last night going to the worship practice at 7, it felt like it was impossible. Like, I literally felt like I was gonna break into a million pieces just from sheer exhaustion. And then kinda knowing that if you push through, that you're gonna feel awful, and just having to push through anyway. And it could have something to do with, I talk about being burnt out, and I think I'm more talking about it mentally, but I think physically it's taken a toll too, and maybe I'm just not bouncing back. Maybe it's the diabetes, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. My feet hurt all the time too, so that's been a bit of a problem. But this is turning into not a very exciting live. Let's talk about something else. Okay, let's get back into the comments. Um, Thank you so much, Jen. You're very sweet for helping me. Um, oh, you'd be happy to review them with me. Yeah, maybe I'll let you know. Good morning, honey. I saw you, and then I scrolled back up to see the comments I'd missed. My daughter's here. I love you, honey. I can't wait to see you. Jeff says, I wish I'd seen my doc sooner when I lost all my energy. I might have saved myself a lot of problems. Yeah, Jeff, I am um I'm praying for you, man. And like you've had a really rough go. And I'm just so glad to see you here. It's just so fun to hang out with you. And thank you for coming to this. Um, I know it's probably like it's the middle of the afternoon in the UK. Aw, Lauren, you have an amazing mom. That's so sweet, Jen. Julie says my anxiety has gotten worse too. Yeah, like what? What is that? Is it just like you kind of get exhausted with all the things you have to deal with in life? How why do we lose capacity to deal with anxieties and fears instead of gain capacity for it? And that's a question. Hi. Oh, I've been saying hi to Lauren. Penny Warren. Oh, hi, Penny. Nice to see you. You are Jeff's partner. Oh, so wonderful to have you here. Lucky him. Yes, lucky him. He talks about you in a good way. So I thought I would join. Oh, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Sorry, I'm like slow as molasses here in the comments, but wonderful to have you here, Penny. You're so welcome. I'm wishing you and Jeff every good thing. Slay. Hello, Tuk TV. Oh, sorry. I almost pinned a message by accident. Jeff says, nice to meet you, Lauren. I'm Jeff, your mom's favorite YouTuber from England. Yeah. Love seeing the English countryside. It just looks so, I don't know what the word is. It's just gentle and pastoral and such a perfect green. I'd love to go over there again. I haven't been there since I was 14, 13. It was a long time ago. Jen says, Julie Jordan Scott, I think Sally has an anxiety and depression group we can join. Julie says, my recent blood work and blood pressure checks have built my confidence, which is an excellent shift. Oh, that's really good. Jeff says, hi, Penny, my love. As you say, lucky me. Yeah. Lauren, hi, Jeff. Super cool. Nice to meet you. Hi, she is your mom. I am the mom. Being a mom is my favorite thing ever. Jeff says, thanks, Pam. You are very kind. I'm glad I made it. Finally, it's 5. Oh, it's 5:20 p.m. Okay, so it's later than I thought it was. But I'm almost on the West Coast. Well, I'm one province away from the West Coast, and you're across the Atlantic. Aw, she is amazing. I don't know. Lauren, I'm using a microphone today. You can't really see it, but um, I I've been hearing from a few people that my videos are the sound is too low. Nice, mom. Getting worn down and going past our limits potentially. Yes. Julie Jordan Scott, I think for me, it has been feeling more and more responsible for more people and things. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's like a lot of things that you feel sometimes. Yeah. When you feel that responsibility, that term mental load, I think there's like an emotional load that we carry. And and you can't just drop those things, right? You have to just work through it. Take care of your heart. Oh, thanks, honey. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself lots of positive feedback. Positive, how do you do that? Um, yeah, I think mentally, I do kind of beat myself up a lot. Like there's a tape playing that's very much like, get on with it. Um, and so yeah, maybe like, hey, good job. You got in the shower, Pam. Can I tell you a secret? I hate showering. Isn't that terrible? I had to shower just before this, but I hate water. I hate getting wet. And Jen, that's probably why I'm such a bad swimmer. It's probably the because you have to get wet to swim. Oh, you guys are so sweet. This is great. Alive, Pam. It's nice to have a visit with a real person with real problems trying to be optimistic. Yeah, I was just like, what am I going to talk about today? You know what? Um, you don't have to have a topic, right? But I was like, let's just be real about how I'm really doing. I'm stressed, and I need to just rejoice in the blessings that I have because I have a lot of awesome blessings. I do still have my health. I mean, um, I have a wonderful husband. I have two amazing, beautiful children. I live in a home. I mean, I have friends. Like, what's my problem? I think it's just a whole bunch of little things, and like, I'm sure you understand that, right? When you get to the point where it just feels like so many little things are piling on top, and you can't mentally even keep track anymore of all the things you're supposed to be keeping track of. And then, um, yeah, Allie's here. Oh, yeah, you made it. Welcome. Lauren's on the West Coast. Yeah. Hello, Allie. Sorry I'm behind in the comments. You're watching from India. Well, welcome. Allie G, you're going to raise Pam's spirits just by being here. That's so true. Allie is such a light. I love uh, that I found you, Allie, and your heart for God and your fishing ability, and just like the way you're so passionate about life and your son and just everything. Lauren says, I know my chronic illness stuff flares if I talk negative to myself too much. Hearing criticism is a form of stress, or bearing criticism is a form of stress and can create a feeling of internal unsafety. That's interesting. Yeah, my dear beautiful daughter has been dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of chronic illness, and I won't tell your story here. It's not my story to tell, but thank you for that, honey. It means a lot, especially coming from you. Jeff says, not having a topic to talk about is my main hurdle with doing live streams. Hence, I've only done one. That was a great live you did, though, Jeff. That was a great one. You should do another one if you feel up to it. Um, I find like there's lots of topics that came to mind, and I think when you have more of a scheduled horizontal live, I think those topics can be good because, for example, one thing I want to talk about is I got a comment on my toxic workplace video from someone asking me, well, how does your faith help you at work? And I kind of realized like they're trying to put the two things together, that I do these Bible study kind of faith-based videos, and then I have had this video about leaving this terrible workplace. And they're probably trying to figure out like, okay, if you have such a strong faith, then why couldn't you figure this workplace situation out, right? And so I'd like to revisit that. Like I wrote him a long comment back to try and explain, but it made me really think, and I was thankful for that question because it made me like, really dive into it. Allie says, I have been trying to make it to one of her famous morning coffee chats and I always miss her. Yeah, this is a live coffee chat this time. I got my coffee. True confessions, it's reheated from 6 a.m. So It doesn't taste as good as it used to, but I still have it. And somebody was saying, Julie was saying, I don't know if Julie's still here, but in her live this morning, she was talking about putting cinnamon in her coffee. Like she drinks it black, but with cinnamon in the grounds, I think. And I was like, I should try that, just like a little extra, because I'm always putting cinnamon on everything because it's good for lowering your blood sugar, I've heard. Jen says, Lauren, you're very wise. Great advice. She is wise. My daughter is very wise. Um, Penny says, I'm enjoying this, Pam. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. So, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, or just say how you're doing today, what are you dealing with? If you feel safe to say that, um, it's lovely to see you saying hi to each other. And Penny, do you have a channel? Jeff says, Penny Warren, she's great at live streams, isn't she? Oh, thanks, Jeff. Um, I'm finding like with the vertical live, it's hard to, you're always kind of looking at the comments, which are down here, but the camera is up here. So I always feel like I'm kind of not engaging or not connecting because I'm always looking down, but I want to read the comments. I want to see what you have to say. Lauren says, sometimes when I start talking negative to myself, I say to that critical voice, unless you have a practical plan or solution to make things better right now, this is very unhelpful. Wow, that is wise. Just talking back to yourself a little bit, right? Talking back to that voice and saying, "No, I'm doing my best." Right? Um, and that's a really good thing to do. I should try that a bit more. That's a great question. Yeah, it was a good question to work through. And I think I'm going to talk about it a bit more because and just kind of unpack a little bit of the fact that especially faith-based work environments, you're supposed to everything's supposed to be great, right? It's all supposed to work out. You're supposed to be able to rise above. And unfortunately, the sad thing is, a lot of Christian places like churches, schools, colleges, um, charities, institutions can sometimes get away with really bad behavior and really toxic work environments because they of the spiritual bypassing, right? Of like anything negative that happens, oh, it's an attack of the enemy, right? And instead of dealing with the problem. So anyway, we'll circle around to that another time. Something like that. Lauren says, "How we can chat about things more later." Yeah, yeah. I'll have to have a chat later. We'll have to talk on the phone. Jen says, "That's an epic statement, Lauren. I'm so glad you're here for your mom." Yeah, isn't it cool? Isn't it cool that your kids grow up to be your friends and can speak into your life? Oh, so many ways to go deep with that, Pam. Yeah, Julie. You have any thoughts on that? Let me know. Um, yeah, there's just so many ways to go with it. You're right. If anyone here has missed out on Pam's series, A Well Lit Path, you are missing out. Yeah, yeah, that's the thank you, Ellie. I do feel like the Bible study, even though it doesn't reach a lot of people, and that makes sense because um, that's not really what I've kind of said my channel is about. Um, but the few people that have been blessed or have gotten something out of it, I just feel like that's part of my calling. So thank you so much for saying that. I'm so blessed that you would watch that. It's really special. Saying hi to each other. You made it, Allie. Allie, I saw carp and shad yesterday. Yeah, she would. Allie's going to know about the fish. Cinnamon in my coffee is a way of life for me. Penny says, everyone is very kind. I'm sorry to hear about the difficulties you're going through. Oh, thank you, Penny. Sometimes it helps to talk about things, even if they're just little things like cutting your thumb half off. On a positive note, the casserole turned out great. My son did most of the work. My thumb is sort of healing, and I can still play the notes with the rest of my fingers for church on Sunday. Carp like to eat canned corn. Interesting. Bird wars. Oh yeah, are you behind? Maybe you're behind a bit in the live. Or maybe I'm behind. Allie, that's interesting. These carp were so big. Wow, I'd love to see a picture of those. I'll have to look them up after. Jen says, I had an emotionally rough morning. I actually went back to bed, but something in me was telling me to not give in to the depression. A video mic, Otis mic, yeah, released today helped, and I got up. Oh, yeah, I understand that, Jen. Sometimes you just need to crawl back into bed, but you don't want to stay there, right? Ellie says, shad is a small bait fish, usually white in color, and are in most bodies of water in the USA. Okay. I gotta check that out. Sorry, my finger keeps slipping. No, I don't have a channel. I wouldn't be brave enough to do what you and Jeff do. I think that's what it is. Oh, Penny. Well, maybe one day Jeff can feature you on one of his videos, but no pressure. I just wondered if you had a channel because then I could subscribe. Jen says, I ended up taking my daughter to the employment center to get some help with her next steps and then got a coffee together. Oh, that's good. Ended up buying a beautiful notebook for her job searching. Oh man, that's great, Jen. You're such a good mom. And those things are hard. My son is currently in the job search, and it's going less than great. Let me just say that. That's all I'll say about that. Okay. But I'm glad that you had a special time with your daughter. That's a good way to turn things around, right? You turned it around. You made a special memory. That's great. Miss M is here. Hi, welcome. Jeff says, Jen, I did the same today. Then I spoke to my partner, Penny, and I felt lots better afterwards and got back up. That's so great that you can be there for each other. That's the most beautiful thing in life, is being there for each other. And there's a lot of really lonely people out there. And I think, yeah, relationships are so worth the effort, so worth the work to put in. Jen, that is so much better than staying in bed. Yeah. Jen says, right, Allie, feeling proud of that decision right now. Baby steps. Yeah, baby steps are good. Just do one thing towards what you want to get done. Or I have to tell myself that sometimes when the tasks around me feel really overwhelming. Just do one thing, like go out to one area of the yard and just weed a little bit. I'm so happy it's summer. I'm so happy everything's green outside, but it is growing faster than I can deal with it. Oh. Yes, Em says I'm struggling with something and I don't know where to go. Where to go to. Oh. Thanks for being here, Miss M. I hope that you feel better. I've taken some footage, Jen says, and we'll release a short video tomorrow. Oh, that's great. Looking forward to that. Fishing with Ellie G. A lot of videos blow up 6 months to a year later. I have learned some new things about the Book of John, which is one of my favorites. I have really enjoyed it. Yeah. Thanks for watching them. I have learned a lot about the Book of John too, and I find just like coming to the verses with fresh eyes and just asking for insight and looking through a couple of commentaries and study Bible and then just seeing what lights up um, because, you know, it's tempting sometimes to like look up things that other people have said about it, but that's and there's a time for that, but I'm finding like with this, it's just I feel like I'm finding verses and words that I never even noticed before. And so it's been really refreshing for my heart too, because it takes quite a long time to actually prepare for those videos. And even when I start recording, I'm still not totally ready, but time is ticking on, so I just have to do it, you know? But thanks for saying that. Jen says, do you have someone in the house with you? Yes, Jen. Oh, Kentucky Life with Debbie. Oh, I just watched your video, Debbie, while I was getting ready for this, and it was so great. Pam, so good to see you. Going to make buttermilk pie to take to the hairdresser for appointment this afternoon. That's so sweet of you. Is your hairdresser someone that you've known for many years? It must be someone that you're friends with. Buttermilk pie. I've never had that. I've heard about it. I'll have to check that out. That sounds really good. And I'm so glad you're here, Debbie. Debbie's like famous. Debbie is my inspiration. Um, and it's your 55th wedding anniversary today. So even though it's a sad day in a way because of losing your husband recently, but reflecting on your wedding and your marriage and the early days and all the memories. That was really special to watch this morning. It really made me think. So thank you for sharing that. And I hope you're okay with what I just said. I hope I didn't overstep, because sometimes my mouth goes ahead of my brain. Good to see you. Jen says, please don't be alone. Just spend time in the same room as someone else. Look inside your heart. Say a prayer. You have our support. Oh, that's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you, Jen. Penny says, I've been in remission for a couple of years. I've been left with some issues. I have peripheral neuropathy, okay, in my feet, which can affect my balance, and chemo has affected my taste, but I'm doing well. Oh, that's so good, Penny. I'm so glad you're doing well. I'm so glad you fought through that. But I have heard that, chemo and going through that can have a lasting effect. On your physical health, and there's a lot of things to deal with. But I'm so glad that you're doing well. You're right, Pam. Jeff says, I don't think I'd still be here without her after the time I've had. Yeah, you've had such a hard time, Jeff. And yeah, I'm so glad you have each other. Miss M says, I've been struggling spiritually. It's probably too confusing to tell anyone on here. Sometimes those things are hard. Maybe even making a video just for yourself or writing it out could help. Mike says, hello, Ellie G. Ellie says, hi, handsome Mike. Hey, Mike. Oh, Catherine's here. Welcome, Catherine. Good to see you. Good to have you here. When did I start this? Was it 43 minutes ago? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, hey? Can someone tell me why? I should have looked this up. I was going to look this up this morning, but I didn't. Why the vertical lives are only supposed to be half an hour? Is there what's the reason for that? And am I going to be in trouble for going overboard? Okay, what's the reason why people stop horizontal lives at 1 hour and stop vertical lives at half an hour? Is there a YouTube reason for that? I should know this. I know. Thank you, Jen. Yeah. Dang, you're late. That's okay. You're not late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. What's that from? A princess is never late. She arrives exactly when she means to. I have that in my, is that from the Princess Diaries? Fishing with Ali G. I always do an hour and I have never heard that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I don't think maybe it doesn't really matter. Jeff says, Pam, I heard that if a vertical live goes over half an hour, all your subscribers get fined. Oh no. Well, you guys, go take all your money out of the bank right now, quick, before it's too late. Oh, Jeff, I love your sense of humor. I just love that, like, witty, slightly sarcastic. Uh, I think it's a very British sense of humor, with a touch of silliness, and I love watching your videos. Um, Lauren says, "Yes, that is from The Princess Diaries." Oh, yeah. Oh, I can hear Julie Andrews saying it. I think it was her, right? Those were such good movies. Um, Years ago, I did a cosmetology course, or I taught a cosmetology course to a group of grades 7 to 9 girls. And it was like an options course. And I don't have a degree in cosmetology, but I had an aide there that was a hairdresser, and she did the hair, or helped me with the hair part. And then we had someone who was really good at nails, and they taught like a unit on nails, and then we all did our nails. Because it wasn't like high school cosmetology where, you really have to go by the book. Anyway, at the end of the year, we all got together and we had cupcakes and we had little sandwiches and tea, and we watched The Princess Diaries, and it was so much fun. Um, Penny says, "Love you, Jeffrey, and I'm always here for you." He loves hearing Jeffrey, doesn't he? I heard a little something about that. Jeff. Yeah, Catherine. If any of you, I think if I make you moderators, then you can go to each other's channels. Is that right? Let me know. Maybe let me know if you want to be a moderator. Um, but yeah, if you want to check out Jeff's channel, it's not he's not doing a ton on it right now, but there's some good videos to go back. It says on Google that it is good for building a following and discoverability. Okay, thanks for looking that up. Like, to just have a half an hour and then an hour on horizontal lives. Okay. But with all this YouTube stuff, you know how fast it changes, right? Have you noticed that? Like, some of the YouTube gurus, that's a hard word for me to say, um, channels that I see every once in a while. I don't really follow anybody, but like, I see their stuff because I look it up sometimes, right? Okay. And I just noticed that it's like every couple weeks, the whole game seems to be changing. So it's like you just kind of figure out one thing that you're supposed to do, and it changes. So I don't know. I don't know, but I'll have to check that out. Jeff says, Penny, that's so sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Oh, and it's Jeff. She loves teasing me by calling me Jeffrey, as she knows I hate it. Nothing like good teasing. Lauren says, yep. I forget what that's about, but I may be behind. Thank you to Catherine. Yeah, Catherine has a wonderful channel, Catherine's Fabulous 60s. She's got some really good stories. Her channel should be called Stories for Humans. She's got all the stories. Fishing with Ali G. Yes, it's true. You can go to the person's channel right from the chat. Okay. Sure, you'll be a moderator. Okay. Add as moderator. There you go. Jen's a moderator now. She's going to turn blue. Fishing with Ali G is going to turn blue. I'm blue. Da-ba-dee. I'll be a moderator, then remove Penny when she calls me Jeffrey. I don't know. I don't know, Jeff, if I should I make him a moderator? Penny has to chime in on this. She she we'll give her the final vote of whether you're a moderator or not. Story of my life, Pam. Oh man. Fishing with LEG, I wonder how much of the information is even true. It seems like the gurus are just trying to come up with content ideas. Yeah, that's a good point. I've thought that before. I'm like, okay, if this is your niche, and I think it's a powerful niche to have to talk about YouTube on YouTube. Those are the channels that you notice they really blow up because it's like a direct answer to people's questions. They're on YouTube trying to figure out how to do YouTube. So they're going to get a lot of followers, subscribers, but it is a little bit of a narrow niche in some ways. So to come up with something every week or every few days, like a new topic to talk about, I think, yeah, it's like, okay, what can I say that's going to get people to click? And so maybe, yeah, they're just talking about um, a lot of it, I think, is kind of clickbaity for sure. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. You're blue. Yeah, that song popped into your head. I know, I always think of that song. Um, Me too. Miss M is blue. Welcome to the Mod Club. Okay, Penny, if you're still here, um, should we make Jeff a moderator or not? What if he kicks you out? I don't know. Maybe if I make him a standard, if you're a standard moderator, can you what's the difference? Um, Jen says, thanks, Am. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. So, yeah, was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Were there any questions you had about any videos I've done? Um, I'm still trying to figure out what else to say about the job thing that, the toxic work environment. I learned so much about that when I was going through it. And I spent so much time looking for answers and looking up videos on those topics that um, however it's a very negative, you know what I mean, it's like a negative video. And so it's kind of like, how long do I really want to talk about something that was so detrimental? And I don't want to kind of dwell in that negativity, but I also want to be realistic. And the reality is that so many people are dealing with really terrible work environments and just kind of stuck there. And sometimes if you have a narcissistic boss or something, you can't, they kind of play with your mind and gaslight you to the point where you don't know which end is up and you think the problem is you. And I think that's a big need out there to like help people understand, no, the reason you're feeling so horrible in this environment is because it's toxic. It's like you're breathing in poisonous fumes all day long and wondering why you feel so unhealthy. And it's the problem isn't you. The problem is this environment that's been created. So, um, I think Jeff can handle the responsibility. I think he can too. I think he was just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding too. I'm not sure I could, Jen, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Penny says, Pam, Jeff secretly loves being called Jeff. Oh, I think he can be trusted to become a moderator. He wouldn't dare kick me out. Oh, is that a challenge now, right? Jeff is the moderator. Thank you, Jeff, for doing that. Um, that's so funny, Penny. You're the best. How is Dylan today? Okay, I asked Dylan. The reason I wasn't sure when I was going to do this live is because I was like, Dylan, are you going to be home on Saturday morning? And then we could do a live together? And he said, probably, but he said, why don't you just do a live Friday morning? And then if I can go live with you Saturday. Maybe we could do one Saturday. So hopefully sometime this weekend. Dylan he's coping. He's pretty tired. Last night when he was playing the guitar and singing and trying to lead the practice, I could just tell he was so exhausted. He couldn't even like come up with the words to say things that he wanted to say. And when you're just so tired. So um, Dylan's good, but he needs a break. He needs a real break. And I don't know when he's ever going to get one. That's the sad thing. She's right. I wouldn't dare. Pick a happy series. A happy series. You know what the other series, Lauren, that I want to do is Woman in Ministry, Woman in the Church. That would be, that might not be a positive one either, though. But yeah, I'll have to think of a happy series. Have a great weekend, Pam. Bye, everyone. Bye, Miss M. Thanks for stopping in. Maybe a video on how to heal after that experience. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like put a positive, make it into something positive, like what you've learned. And so I think right now I'm just like 2 videos into it and I'm trying to explain some of the things that happened. So yeah, maybe once I kind of get over that hump, right? Or that dip, then I can start talking about ways to deal with it, ways to heal. That's a good idea. Allie says, yeah, maybe focus on how you dealt with it. And tools are resources to help others cope and survive. Yeah. And thanks for the hearts. Who's ever given me hearts? I love seeing those cross the screen. Yeah, that's great. A good idea, Allie. We know it, Jeff. Jeff says, yippee, now you all have to behave. Hey, and Jeff, you got the #1 crown, whatever that means. You're the king. You're the king of the chat. Mike says, my work story. If you live 75 miles or more away from the job, they pay an extra $1,100 a week. Of course, I live 73 miles, so I do not. Oh my goodness, you're 2 miles off? What? So I do not qualify. Almost everybody else gets the extra. That would make a huge difference. Mike. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like what do you, can you move 2 miles further? Oh, that's such a hard thing. I mean, it's almost one of those things that you can't even you can't think about because it'd drive you crazy, right? It would drive me crazy. I'm sorry. Man, maybe they'll change it. They should change it to 70 miles. Mike says, but I knew what I was signing up for. What drives me crazy is a lot of people miss all week, but they'll show up for one day just to get the 1,100. I work all week just to bring home the 1,100, definitely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things in life that are unfair, isn't there? And that is a hard thing to deal with. Things that are really unfair and that directly affect your life. I hope that either things change or you can just find a way to mentally rise above that and just know that having integrity and being a hard worker and having a character like you do, like a good character, that is the biggest win. And there's no amount of money that can buy that. And that's who you are. You have a good character. And I hope you can be proud of that because you should be. Mike says, definitely not fair. Miss M, thank you. Allie G, I may have to take you up on that. Yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah, Lauren says that is terrible. You could do that soon. Lauren, do you want to be blue too? You want to be a blue mod? Just means that if there's somebody acting up in the chat, I don't usually get people acting up. I think it's because I don't usually do a lot of verticals. I think if you do a lot of verticals and YouTube starts pushing your vertical lives out more into the algorithm, then you get more more people kind of that you might need to rein in a little bit, say be nice or stop saying that terrible thing. Yes, and I work 50 to 60 hours. Yeah, you work really hard. Um, I hope things can, yeah. You gain points in the chat and you can use them to hype videos. Okay, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I hype videos as much as I can. I always pick some videos every week to hype. Jeff says, I think the number one crown means I'm the most handsome of the men here. Even though Mike is called Handsome Mike, that's his nickname. Yeah, you can be the king. I've tried to get it, but they will not give it to me for some reason. Hmm. So you have talked to them about it. Mike says, I thought maybe when I started sleeping in the parking lot, maybe they would give it to me, but no. So they can tell you're sleeping in the parking lot and they're still not giving it to you. I wonder if that's something to bring up with your. I know I always hesitate to say HR because it seems like, HR always works for the company, not who you think they're working for the employee. But thanks for sharing that, Mike. Something I can pray about. I think you have to be first, second, or third. Allie says, oh, yeah, in the chat to get points. Okay. Penny says, how did Jeffrey get the crown? He'll be unbearable now. Yeah, how do you get the crown? I think he was like one of the first people here in the video. He's commented a lot. I think you have to comment a lot. And I think it also means that you watch the person's videos. Like you're kind of a stan or a fan of the channel. There you go. There's your halo. Thank you. Yeah. Let's keep commenting and see if we can steal it. Yeah, just like spam. Because I have noticed that's funny. Like all of a sudden the crown will shift heads, right? And somebody else will be number one. I'm like, how does that happen? Hey, Dr. Ninja Turtle, thanks for being here. That's okay. You just came in at the end. I've gone for an hour, so I should probably sign off. Allie says, yeah, the more you do the live, the more people come. That may be a troll. That's true, yeah. Dr. Ninja Turtle, is your first name, what do you want me to call you? What should I call you? Is Dr. Ninja Turtle good or Ninja? Or do you want me to call you by your first name? I've never been to your live before. I know. I don't think I've caught any of your lives either. Allie says that is confidence, Jeff. Oh, Jeff says fishing with LEG. It's my way of pretending to be confident. I'm the opposite, I'm afraid. Yeah, understand that. Say hello to each other. It is the person who is commenting the most, I thought. Yeah, I thought that too. I think there's a combination of factors though. It's because I have noticed sometimes the person who's commenting most doesn't have the crown. And I think there's a combination of factors. Isn't the crown the number of comments in the chat? I'm not sure though. Yeah, I used to think that, but I was told 7 minutes with Cheryl. Oh, I have to watch your recent video, Cheryl. I've been meaning to. I'm so late. I didn't know you were live. That's okay. Thank you for stopping in. It's great to see you. Do you want to be a moderator too, Cheryl? Mike says, Dr. Ninja Turtle, I was in your live. I just couldn't comment, too much working. Yeah, so it's great that you're commenting, Mike. I know it's hard for you to comment when you're working. This is so fun. Aw, thanks for saying that. No, what's the no for? What's the no for? Daryl. Okay, Daryl. Thank you for being here, Daryl. I will remember that's your name. Spelt differently than Sally and Daryl from Sally D. Cheryl, are you really Rhonda's sister? Yeah, it is. Especially now that Rhonda has the bangs. When your profiles come up, at first it's like, who is that again? Ninja? Oh, you want to be called Ninja? Hey, see? Dr. Ninja Turtle has the second crown. So, and he's not even a mod. So what, not that you shouldn't be, I can make you a mod. But why, what is this about? Right? Like he came in later and he already has a crown. There's something, there's a mystery here. The Robin Hood of YouTube. Yeah, that's cool. Nice, Pam. You learn something new every day. I know. That's how we stay young. Trying to learn the new things. Mike says, when you buy a super jet, you usually get the crown. Buy a super jet. See, I don't even know what that means. I am number one commenter in many lives. Okay. So you kind of come in with the royalty already on you. That's what it is, right? You're on lunch for 15 more minutes. Should we stay on just for you, Mike? Allie says, I didn't want the good time to end. Oh, I see. That's what your no was about. Aw, thanks for yeah, I'm crossing the YouTube boundary. I crossed it a long time ago. Uh, party, happy faces, love to see that. Maybe it's the wording. Oh, look, I put an emoji up and I got a second crown. Oh, maybe that's how you get the crown. Commenting and given the what is that called? What is that called? In the corner there. Uh, they need more options. They have like hearts, party, smiley faces. I comment a lot in lives. Okay, so you've kind of stored up that royalty. Ali says viewers earn experience points, XP, by actively participating in the stream. Points are awarded for sending chat messages, sending super chats, super stickers, and for consecutive watch time. All right. So you're professional. Oh, those are cute, Ali. Those are so cute. Those little, what are they called? Number one. Hey, Mike stole the crown. Mike, you stole the crown from Daryl. Ali G, for some reason, I do not have those emojis anymore. The last couple days, I click on it and it's just all a white screen. No emojis. I've noticed some changes happening. I've noticed I used to be able to change, for example, like on this, I was trying to change the thumbnail, and usually I could pick from all of my photos on my phone. I've noticed that I can only pick from a few now that YouTube suggests, and even when I try to pick anything else, it's just a big black block thing. So I think they're doing some stuff behind the scenes. It's kind of like the Truman Show, when he gets into the elevator. The Truman Show is my favorite movie, by the way, or one of them. That's what Google said. Okay, thanks for looking that up. Penny says, it's been lovely to meet you, Pam, and everyone. I'll be back. Wishing everyone a fun weekend. Thank you, Penny. Have a wonderful weekend. I wish I could hear your accent. Thanks for being here. Trophies. Oh my goodness, introvert in Alaska. Jennifer is here. Hi, welcome. I was just about to sign off. It's a YouTube glitch, Cheryl says. But I want to talk to you for a couple minutes. How are you doing? How are things going? I'm really behind on some videos, and I've just kind of realized that I can't watch everyone's videos. So what I'm doing now, so I can feel like I'm keeping up and supporting my fellow creators, is I'm just kind of picking one per week from everybody that I can watch. And but it's sometimes you kind of feel like that fear of missing out, FOMO. not knowing what's going on. Well, you guys, it's hard to watch everybody's video. Yeah, it is. It is. Um, but it's really special that you guys that are here took the time to join me. I really appreciate it today, even though we're not outside. um, it's still raining out there. So, but you know what? Because it's raining, that means I can't mow. I can't mow the lawn, right? So it's Creative Friday. I try to do something creative every Friday. And so today, um, what am I going to do today that's creative? Oh, man. I might, if I get inspired, I might write a blog post. I've been neglecting the blog posts. I haven't been writing. Or another thing that I really want to do is I write handwritten letters to a friend, and um, it's been a few months that I haven't written back. So maybe today is the day that I get out pen and paper and I write that letter. We're all so busy. I know. I need to go, Pam. Thank you, Jeff. I know. I'm sorry I went way over. It's my bad. My bad. Oops, I just covered up the microphone. Thank you so much for coming, Jeff. Nice to meet you all. Yes. Last week I noticed. Have a great day, Jeff. Have a wonderful weekend. Mike says, last week I noticed I was no longer subbed to Jennifer's channel. I had to go find her. I noticed I was missing seeing her around. That happens sometimes. I've noticed that too. I'm like, where's so and so? And then I go and I'm like, I'm not subscribed to them anymore. And I wonder, it's, I know that periodically YouTube goes through and kind of cleans out your subs, especially for larger channels, because of all the like fake channels, bots, different things like that, kind of cleans that out. And so that's why sometimes we notice these dips up and down. But maybe they get it wrong sometimes and they unsub us from people. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I have heard of that before. You try to catch up weekly too. Oh, piano. uh, just do not mow that lawn. I know I can't. I can't. My body is like rebelling against the mowing. Whew. Okay, bye-bye. I should go too, you guys. Um, Thank you so much for spending part of your day here. Whether you're just listening in the background, thank you for weighing in on the topics. Thank you for supporting each other and sending encouraging messages to each other. That's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love it. We got a new used lawnmower last weekend, and yesterday it caught on fire. Mike, Mike, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Life is lifing, isn't it? It's just lifing. Oh, what do you do when your mower catches on fire? Oh, bye, Ali G. You're the best. Thank you so much, Jen, for being here. Yeah, we'll see if Dylan, I don't know, maybe that's too many lives, 2 lives in one weekend. But it'd be fun to do something with Dylan again. It was lovely to see you. Thank you, Jennifer. I hope that you are having a beautiful weekend. Nothing like watching $400 burning up. You should have been able to get a refund on that. That's the thing with buying used, though, right? There's like this risk. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Did you film it? It would have made a good video. I bet lots of people would click. Oh, all you can do is, that's right. All you can do is laugh about some of these things. You just have to, you just keep rolling. You keep rolling with it. But $400, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I know, it's sometimes you just like, let's just spend a huge amount of money and get something brand new, right? That's an extreme way of avoiding mowing the lawn. Like, yeah, I'll set it on fire. I couldn't mow the lawn. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless you, everyone. Lovely to have my beautiful daughter here. And maybe that's what my son did to get out of it. Yeah, well, your back was turned. He was like, he was dropping a match in the gas tank. Dangerous. Don't do that. Don't do this at home, kids. It's funny because, like, wearing the microphone, it doesn't make any difference to me. You know what I mean? So it's hard to know whether it's worth it. But okay. Have a wonderful day. I said I was going, so here I go. Bye.